is when it's Saturday, myself and the gang, the best guys to talk sports with on TV, are here to have a wonderful show. Sam and Toyosi, how are you guys doing this? You see, the weather in July has been perfect too. I don't know. I've enjoyed July weather, even though it has given me, sometimes there was flu or somehow, but I like the weather. There was no sun, no rain, but very cool and very calm. Great to have you guys. You're welcome.
Yes, it's good to be back for you. Know, I'm coming back as a champion.
Yeah. I like that.
Good morning, Mike. And I just want quickly to say this. I love the opening shot. Kudos to the guys. I just have to quickly say
that's a big shout out to my director, Mr. Kola there. Yes, and then two pop for you, sir.
Thank you for having me again. And it's always great to be here. Yeah, okay. And then, like Toyosi said, we are champions.
Yes, we are. And that's exactly what we're starting with. Toyosi has been preaching Mission X for a very long time. He was part of the social media campaign for Mission X. And in spite of my own belief, after the first half, Mission X was a possibility. Look, I think I even slept off, but I woke up, let's just see what's happening. Because it had not happened all through the competition. We had not considered in open play. You know, and the Super Falcons went there. And it seemed like our first major test. In fact, if you would say Morocco is about maybe the second best team on the continent, incidentally, the three teams we spoke about that could be an issue to the Super Falcons, we met all of them and beat them one after the other.
Zambia,
there's sometimes when you say a team won a championship, but they were not really the best team because they didn't meet some other team. But in this one,
you met everybody. That was good.
All the next best teams and beat all of them. But that final was. It was stuff of what what they'll tell their children. Imagine an Ashleigh Plumptre or our captain Ajibade, and and maybe Michelle Alozie telling their grandchildren that we're part. It's legendary. The 10th title, coming back from 2 goals down after all of that. These Falcons were super.
Very, very super. And then congratulations to everybody that was part of it. Both the guys on the pitch, in fact, both the guys in Morocco and the ones out here in Nigeria doing all the work, as someone like Toyosi Afolayan. Congratulations to all of them. And I'm happy that this Mission X has been delivered. 9 titles, and then we're going for 10 for the last 5 years, and then finally, I said last 5 years. Last one we won was 2018. 2022 we pursued it, we were unable to, and then until 2025 that we were able to get it. And to all the winners over the years, from the 1998, 1998 when we won the first edition, up until now, kudos to all the girls. In fact, far back to the 91, the ladies that started all of this, qualifying us for the World Cup for the first time, and up all this, I'm happy that every one of them, I'm congratulating them because now we're 10. 13 editions have been held, Nigeria has won 10. Congratulations to all of us. The match, that's how it could have been. In fact, I think the story would have not been sweeter and the celebration would have not been this grandeur if it had been just like a whitewash, the kind of had for Zambia. But the way it was like 2 goals against the home team.
In
the final.
Basically,
and then the first half, you were 2 goals down, and then second half, 3. And out of nowhere, nobody saw that. Not even any of our players saw that there was a handball there. And the VAR intervened.
Shocking.
Special shout out to the lady that led the Salima Mukasanga. She's from Rwanda. She's the VAR woman in there. Special shout out to her. And then also the referee said, Ansino Segekango. I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry if I know that name. But
I like
the Namibian referee. Because
I like it.
This is it. I never saw it. We were all watching the game. Not any of our guests. Not Jamilusi that crossed the ball. Not Rashida that gave the pass to Jamilusi. Nobody saw that handball. But then the technology intervened. And that was what we needed to support that comeback. And when it's almost also that we were about to lose. And then that penalty that they could have awarded. And then the VAR said, hey, man, come and check again.
That was drama.
So it's written in the stars. We don't always get this, and I'm so happy. In fact, the celebration is still ongoing.
Now, I'm wondering about how you were there at the watch party. You hosted the watch party to see. How was it feel during that watch party when all of that? What was the emotion like?
You know, we posted a video about how the watch party went, and the DG for the Lagos State Sports Commission was there. I have his pictures and videos on my phone when he was doing like this. When we considered the second goal, everybody was downcasted. But, the likes of Frank Edoho and my boss, Toyosi Yetunji, was like, okay, there is a miracle, we can come back. Because as long as we score early in the second half, we could still come back. And then some people were already crying. I'm talking about real weeping because we were eating and drinking
and then
in that venue already. And then we saw first one, I was like, now we'll come back. Second goal was like nail on the coffin. Everybody, I said, oh my, nothing. But during the halftime when we were doing the analysis and everything, people started getting hope that, okay, something could happen. When we got, and some flash cup boys were there, they said that Nigeria has a penalty. We've never even seen that we have a penalty. But to be honest, after everything, it was like, thank God. A mission that nobody rated. They were saying mission YouTube, mission impossible. I understand everybody's fears going into the tournament that, okay, maybe we have not played in some international friendlies for a while. And we only played Cameroon going into that tournament. Then Portugal and Ghana, those three. But we did it in a special way, 2-0 down. And there have been also controversies post this winning. The 2 referees have been sacked. The director of referees. So it is not looking like that was a fair officiating. So it is given like maybe there is something that they should have done to avoid, because Morocco lost to South Africa in the last WAFCON. They were hosting it in the final. They lost to us now, and they are still hosting the next one. They might lose to us again.
Okay,
they will.
Wonderful. Now let's talk about the issues, not on a bad note, but let's just rush over what happened. Pre the tournament, the Falcons had to go through a lot. These ladies had to fight to get to where they are. We'll talk about the gifts, but let's talk about a few things. They had issues with kits. They had issues with training. They said they even stayed in a hotel where there was no gym. I think we had Ashleigh Plumptre, who was here at the TVC yesterday. We'll get to see just a little bit of what she had to say, but she is here. I saw some pictures on her social media. She's connecting with her roots. That's exactly what she's doing. She went around a number of places, went around a number of stations. She had a meal with her family and all of that. Of course, she's Nigerian by her grandfather, and all of that. So okay, maybe I think let's listen a little bit to Ashleigh Plumptre, and then we'll get to talk about that gift, that largesse that people are complaining about. Let's take a listen.
We carry the weight of the expectation on our shoulders, but we also have very high standards of ourselves. So we knew in the tournament, we titled the whole campaign Mission X. We wanted to win our 10th title, and we didn't want to go home without a fight. So being 2-0 down, you obviously get to a point where you're like, you have nothing to lose. And I think we all had that mindset going into the second half. We all believed we could come back, but it was just how difficult that was going to be. I think when we made a couple of subs, and then we started to pressure the Moroccan team a bit more and win the ball back, and in their final third I think we created more opportunities, and then we just kind of got momentum and Morocco got tired and we executed the game plan in the second half.
Wonderful. So $100,000, 3-bedroom flat. There's another money for
OON. Then there is
OON.
Super Eagles players give them money.
And then from the governors as well.
From the governors forum. And some players still got personal money for I think Imo State.
From different state governments as well. It's sustained.
And then also MTN and all of like that,
Wonderful. Was that money too much? Because that's for the past few days, that's all that's been on social media. Oh, the money's too much. Oh, the president doesn't have a right to dip his hands into public funds and give them money like that. It's good, but no. I know some people say it's not enough. They can even give them more and all of that. Your thoughts on all of this?
When we started this campaign, we reached out to brands that sponsor this, sponsor that. Most of these brands were like, we're not doing anything. But when tournament started, first game, we still reached out. Nobody dropped anything. Second, till they got to the semi-final, that was when brands were like, okay, what can we do? So, look at, they've now finished, they now got to the final. And that's when you saw some NFF brands now saying, okay, they want to do collaboration posts, they want to sponsor this, they want to sponsor that. So they were waiting till they got to the final. When they finished winning, some brands were now saying, we'll give you this, we'll give you the outcome. Some media stations that were even saying, okay, amplify this for us. They are the ones that are saying, okay, we want to talk about this. You want to throw watch party, they want to come. It became very embarrassing that we're like, so it is now when we succeed that you want to associate yourself with us. When we started Mission X, you were like, Mission YouTube, bring money, let us do this campaign for these girls. You didn't bring anything. But now when they succeeded, you want to,
this is a very strong life lesson.
It's a success as many families.
It's shocking because I know how Torisi was moving around and how that can be. And then now we have brands hosting them. brands that were not there when they were going. There's a particular one or two brands that were now doing a tour around Lagos. Brands were rushing to be a part of them. And you're talking about that money. The president said that money, of course, people are talking about, why is it? He mentioned that money is going to be in dollars. Sorry,
dollars in naira.
Naira equivalent of that particular
of that amount.
We're talking about over 150 million naira
per person.
Imagine an 18 or a 19-year-old, some of the members of that team, what that kind of money would be for them. And these are people that they did not, they went there with one kit. So preparations
Mike, thankfully we have Toyosi here who was part of, in fact, for Toyosi not to be in Morocco, I think God has...
I don't understand. Normally, now 100K.
Yes.
At least, you know, those people, if they stop and say, hey, like, at least $100K. Because Toyosi wasn't for them. I don't know why.
Toyosi was the right part of this. They've been on this for more than... I know how long they've been on this, even before the tournament.
Yes.
And he is personally pushing on social media.
Yeah.
And then it all came about with this. Yes, the money... I look at it and it's like a lot of money, especially when you look at other things in the country, the nurses going on strike, all of that. But then, do this lady deserve it? Yes. Unfortunately or fortunate as it may be, it might just be these 24 players that's representing over thousands of players who have played for Super Falcons and they never got the merits or reward from the state. Yes, these 24 are the one representing them all. But for the ladies, they so much deserve it. 10 titles. The Super Falcons have been they bring more joy to us than the Super Eagles over the years. So if there's any brand or any team that deserves it, they're the Super Falcons. So people should not look in isolation that they only want one title or it's just 24 girls. They should look at how much they've suffered
all this while.
Over 3 decades. From the team that qualified for the 1991 World Cup, playing South Africa home and away to win that sole ticket to get to the World Cup, and then also getting here. So we shouldn't look at just these 24 girls alone. We should look at the entire women football. Yes, these guys are the ones collecting the largesse right now, but I'm so happy for them. And you were telling me about a former Super Eagles player who was saying, even though spending over a decade in Super Eagles, the entire thing she has earned was never didn't amount to this, which is as heartbreaking as it might be, but then
you know, we never win. How many AFCON I don't win? I don't win 3 AFCON.
3 AFCONs.
We were close to winning one.
Exactly.
So, but this year we're doing it again.
So I'm doing it again.
Hopefully.
Congratulations to the girls. I'm happy, especially for the not especially, but then looking at also some 3 home-based girls who were part of this. The goalkeeper Unachuku,
Miracle Usani,
I think Shukrat Oladipo was it. So those 3 girls. And then they are also going to be,
wonderful. We're happy for them.
We are so happy for them.
So kudos, well done, Mission X done. Now let's move over to Mission. This is a Mission, double Mission. That's England. The Women's Euros.
Back-to-back champion.
Back-to-back champion. You see, the thing that trips about the Euros is actually Wigman. That woman,
yes.
I don't know, England were not the best team
at all
in this tournament. I watched the matches. I want to categorically tell you that England were not the best team. Against Spain, Spain could have won that match 8.
That match could have ended in first.
You understand? Spain, in fact, there was this particular chance that Parallelo had. The woman is so left-footed.
And that's a strong foot.
No,
yes.
So, and then she turned inside. All she had to do was just...
Parallel made 2 chances in the space of 5 minutes or so.
If now Henry be this way, not just Henry or Robert, but
you don't finish.
Just you know.
You go hang them.
She tried to pass the ball. Like what I'm saying, there were chances and chances. There was Spain. There was France. Even France that beat England in the first match. You know, but kudos. This woman has won 3 Euros. 1 with her home country, 2 with England. You know, a wonderful man. So, but when they were doing their welcome ceremony, I saw something and I was very pleased. Okay, we just have a short clip, and most of you have seen it online. A very short clip. It was the African giant himself. Okay,
it's the African giant.
Yes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this very short clip, of course, of the African giant, Burna Boy. Right. Well, that was the African giant at. It was a celebration party for the Women's Euros and all of that. We'll take a very short break very soon, but just before we take that short break, let's talk about Afrobeat. You know, as much as we know that Afrobeat has gone quite far, you know, Afrobeat has gone quite far. The funny thing now is that, did you expect that? She's not English,
Yeah,
In England, you
Dutch.
say that we have a
Yeah.
particular, we have
Yeah,
a
well,
particular,
Nigerian
she's
echo,
Dutch.
yeah, she's Dutch.
And you need to see how, man, music don't go.
No,
or music don't go.
No, she's Dutch, but they listen to, they speak English in the Netherlands.
Oh, yes, they do. What I'm
So
saying is that, if it's UK, we say
Yes,
that we have that.
because of
But
our
she's been there for about 5
Nigerian,
years now.
Yeah, but you know what? For some of your favorite artists, that means that I'm just saying that our reach is just
It's
more
global.
than- it's global, exactly. That's it.
So it's an England win, and then like you said, but I also want to try and talk and eulogize people like Sarina Vigman. One of the only, in fact, I think she's the only coach who has gone to five finals. Men or women football. And she has won three Euros. Yes, she has lost 2 World Cups, one with Netherlands in 2019 and then with the Lionesses in 2023. But then she has won 3 Euros. This woman is who she thinks she is. A former footballer who became a coach. She reminds me of someone like that we have in Africa. It's Desiree Ellis of South Africa, was also a former Bafana captain before becoming a coach. With Emma Hayes, probably the greatest of the women coach. Probably, I'm not saying she probably will rank there. She is phenomenal.
How many girls do you
Because
know that
from
greater than
quarterfinals,
her?
they were almost losing it. Then she brought in Michelle
Ghanaian,
Ageman, the Ghanaian British, and then in the semis as well, the young lady came in, and then also in the final.
That was not good enough. To that time.
She needed, miracles to, of course, get into the next round.
It's beautiful with the win. It's similar to the Nigeria win. 2-0 down. And then yes, was also like that. They were playing against Spain, and like Spain is way ahead of them.
Yeah.
Esther should have had how many goals? Aitana Bomati, like you mentioned, Paraluelo, who had 2 good chances in the dying minutes of the game, but then the university just had a way of doing it. And who else? Chloe Kelly, who missed a penalty in the World Cup, but now scoring the winner for them. You see how life can be sometimes.
Redemption.
I'm so happy to always that the women football has taken to the start stage in the last 2-3 weeks. It's always beautiful because we don't really have that much time to talk about that.
Yeah, look at the standards, the Afros and the Euros. How far away are both continents when it comes to standards?
Well, we are still, I would say, as a whole, we are still far away from Europe. But if we are going to take our best teams, I want to believe the likes of Nigeria and South Africa, then Morocco, with a very good coach, can I'm not saying he can stand up to Spain.
Morocco have one of the best coaches.
Yes,
a World Cup winner.
They didn't, because even in that final, I was seeing good football. Like, nah, this is not about players knowing how to play alone. About good coaching, having not just the head coach, but having a very good coaching crew, set piece, everything. Morocco were good. So I think if we have good coaches, I'm not saying, some people are like, we're going to bring foreign coach, but the foreign coach you are bringing is maybe someone that is not even as good as your national team coach before. So if you want to bring a foreign coach, make it be the coach that is okay. That is good enough.
Exactly.
You're not going to bring
better than
no disrespect to Genetro.
Yes.
But Genetro is not the foreign coach that a normal person will crave for.
Yes.
Or maybe I don't want to mention names, but
nobody disrespect him.
You understand?
The one that left. The Portuguese.
So see, if you want to get foreign coach, let's get the one that has meat. That's the only thing that has power. So when it comes to the football, I think we are still far apart. But our top 3 teams, Nigeria, South Africa, and Morocco. I want to put Zambia, but no. Because of Branda and Kundenanji. Remove the 2 guys from there. Look at what we did.
We saw them at the Olympics. We saw the goals they can always score.
With the Olympics, how many goals they chop?
No, that's the thing. They have the attack that can always score. But then you did mention Germany was in the Morocco group in World Cup, and they didn't qualify. Morocco qualified ahead of them.
Germany, this Germany at 1 point. Germany
they were one of the best in the world. 6 times.
No.
Euros.
For the Euros,
yes.
They've won it 8 times. They are Nigeria of the Euros. They are the Nigeria of the European zone. In the Euros, they have won everything. Aside England, I think maybe is it Sweden? Those are the 3 teams that have won it so far. And it's Germany. So the way Nigeria has dominated the women national team,
same way Germany has done.
USA and then for Morocco in the World Cup to qualify ahead of them, and that shows how much they have invested. And so we are not too far apart because we've shown ourselves in the World Cup, in the Olympics. It's just for us to go that extra mile of getting to the final. The same thing that has plagued the men as well are getting to the quarters and getting to the final. Not just always being there, but then going for the goal.
We don't need to make numbers. We need to make